Yes, welcome in lecture series of electrical installation and practices. In the previous lecture, we had discussed about type of cables and their testing. Now today, we are going to discuss wiring accessories and MCBs. So it contains wiring accessory, need of MCB, type and class of MCB, characteristic of MCB, ELCB and RCCB, and their application. So this is the wiring accessories. Here this is switchboard. The switchboard is going to size, or we are going to select depend upon the number of switches, socket, fan regulator, and different accessories. So it is going to be a different size, like it may be a 6, it may be a one way, means the board is used for connecting only one switch. So it may be a one way, 4-way, 6-way, 8-way, and 12-way. So 12-way means, say this is the board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8. So this is the 8-way. So this is going to, when we are going to use, when we are going to say do the electrical wiring for any, it may be a home appliances or office, then we have to decide how many of wires are coming towards the board, and from this outcoming wires, the number of way is going to decide. So same is going to use for the board, concealed board. It may be a concealed board, it may be a other type of board, so you have to cover. So it is generally consist of concealed board, it may be a MS board, then it may be a plate, it is called as a plate, then surface plate, means after connecting the switch, again there is a surface plates are there. So it is again depend upon the type of or the different manufacturers. Now we need PVC pipe. It is available in 20 mm, or it may be a 20 25 mm, 18 mm and 25 mm are there. Energy meters are there. Similarly, bends are there for the pipe, junction box are there. Fan regulator, this is a one-way fan regulator. If it takes two slots of the switchboard, then it is a two-way fan regulator. Now there is some ceiling rose, main switch is there, and these are the some accessories which we need for the wiring purposes. Now this is the box size. Say this is the 6-way box size, means you are going to connect a surface plate which consists of 6 switch, or it may be a 2 switch 1 socket, or their combination. This is say 8-way, horizontal 8-way. The 8-way, it may be like that. This is the 8-way also. So it is a square type. So these are the MS concealed box are there, which is used for the wiring purposes. Now there is some DBs where we are going to connect number of MCBs, incoming, outgoing, earthing wire, and all these things. Now there are different type of wires we are using for the different application, like fan, light. These are the light load conditions, whereas refrigerators, geysers, heaters, so we need different type of wires. So we'll see what are the different type of wires are available and their current rating. So wire size and current carrying capacity. So this is one cable chart. It is available from the different manufacturer. The standard size of the wires are similar to the cable, but cable is say it is a more than 70 square mm, 80, 90, or say it is a 120, 150 square mm. So, but in house wiring or in the office commercial, we are using 1.5, 2.5, 4, 6, and 10. Generally, we are using such type of wires are there. So 1.5 square mm copper wire carries current 18 ampere, whereas aluminum is going to handle only 16 ampere. So if you want to use the aluminum wire, then the size should be start from the 2.5, because aluminum is ductile, and if you are using 1.5, even though 2.5 square mm wire, when you bend the wire, it is going to break out. So generally we are not using 1.5 and 2.5 is a aluminum wire, whereas we are using in the house wiring nowadays, it is a copper flexible wire. So this is most common is 1.5, 2.5, 4, 6, and this one. So here, this is the cross-sectional area of the wire, standard current rating, and the common uses. So 0 0.5 also available in the market, but it carries current 5 to 6 ampere. It is used for small light bulb indicators. Generally, it is used for the small uh, lights only. Whereas 0.75 square mm, which carries current 7 to 7.5 safely, it can be used for the fan, light, internal appliances, and wirings. But when we are doing the concealed wiring, it is better to use not from 1 square mm, because 0.75 is very thin wire and it may break. So it is better, or it is recommended to use 1 square mm wire in the concealed fittings. So it carries 11 to 12 ampere general light fittings, small fans are there. 1.5 is used for the standard light. Then power sockets are there. It may be a computer wires, it may be some say TVs and all these things, we can use 1.5, whereas 2.5 square mm, which carries 20 to 25 ampere, it is for the power socket standard house wiring, when we are using the geyser, heater, or say grinding machine, or say mixers are there, refrigerators are there. So it is recommended to use the 2.5 square mm, whereas 4 square mm is recommended for the air conditioner, water heater, geyser. The geyser generally 3 kilowatt and 3 liters. It may be a 3 kilowatt, 5 liters capacity of the this one. So it is better to use 4 square mm. 6 square mm is used for the heavy duty appliances as a main board. Generally, we are looking this 6 ampere, 6 square mm and 4 square mm wire in the rooftop power plant, generally which we are using, which we are going to install 5 kilowatt or 3 kilowatts over there. So 10 square mm we are using for the industrial machines and so on. So these are the some standard wire, but for the house wiring and say commercial building, we are using 1, 1.5, 2.5, 4 square mm generally in all applications. Now, the main part is one of the main part in the house wiring or wiring accessory is the MCB, miniature circuit breaker. Earlier we are using fuse. So fuse is nothing but the element which is connected in series with the load. So this is the load is there and it is connected with the series. Whenever there is a some load is increases beyond its capacity, or something fault is occur, there is a short circuit between phase and neutral, then this fuse is going to blow out and it will open the circuit. So now it will open the circuit, so it will protect the appliances, even in the human beings. But these fuses are rewirable. Now we have to replace the fuse but with new wires, so it requires some time, and there will not be a proper discrimination. Say for example, the load wants only 10 ampere maximum current, but the fuse wire is wrongly installed, or it is put, say the carries 16 ampere or say 22 ampere, definitely the wire is not going to blow out, or the fuse is not going to work, even though the current is more than its required capacity, means the load capacity. But MCB is have a equal characteristic, and you can use repeatedly. Once there is a fault, it is going to trip out, and once one trip out, we can again switch on. The meaning is that there is no need to replace the wires in the MCBs. So it is single pole MCB, it is SP MCB, it may be a DP MCB. It is for use for the phase and neutral. We are using phase and neutral, whereas here we are using only phase wire and neutral is directly connected. It is a three pole MCB which is used for the three phases R, Y, B. It also four pole MCB where we are using one more pole for the neutral. So it is R, Y, B for the three phases and one is neutral. So this is the inside of MCB. It consists of two terminal. This is upper terminal and this is lower terminal. Here incoming is connected and outgoing is connected from the upper side. Sorry, this is incoming is connected from the upper side and outgoing is connected from the lower side. This is thermal protection. Say for example, this is 10 ampere MCB. As long as the current is 10 ampere, it is going to work, it is going to connect it with the load, but the current cross the limit of 10 ampere. Because of thermal protection, the strip is going to bend, and because of the spring tension, the circuit is going to open. Means against spring tension, the contact is going to open. So this is one fixed contact, this is fixed contact, and this is movable contact. In normal condition, this movable contact is here. So the current is coming from upper side, it goes to the lower side. But as soon as the fault occur or because of the overloading, it is going to trip out. Once it trip, it will produce the arc, and the arc is lengthening with the help of this arc splitter, because the resistance of arc increases with length. If length of the arc is more, resistance will be more and it will going to conch out. So this is for the this is therefore it is there's a arc chambers are there. So MCB is useful and it is necessary to connect between load and supply terminal. So type of MCB, say the type is called as a class of MCB, B class, C, D, K, and Z. These are the class of MCBs. What are their specification? The specification B class MCB, the tripping current is 3 to 5 times the full load current. Say suppose the full load current is 10 ampere. So the tripping current is 30 to 50 ampere and operating time is 0.04 to 13 seconds. So if the current is more, the tripping time will be small, and if the current is smaller, it will take more. So it gives the inverse characteristic. So this is the time, and here is the current or rating of the current is there. Current is there. Higher the current, lower will be the time, and lower will be the current, it will take more time for its operation or tripping time. Class B MCB 5 to 10 times 0.04 to 5 second. Here the operating time is going to reduce. D 10 to 20 times, the again tripping time maximum time 3 second. And whereas K is less than 0.1 second and Z is again less than 0.1 second. But here the tripping current is 8 to 12 times, and here it is 2 to 3 times. So this is called as a class of MCBs. This class of MCBs can be understood with the help of characteristic, current time characteristic. So this is for the class B. This is class B. Yes, this is 3 to 5 times. And class C 5 to 10 times. So see here, it is 3 to 5 times. This is for AC and this is for DC. So DC will take larger time. So it is a multiple of current rating, say for example 10 ampere. So multiple of its current rating is 3 times, so it will be 30 ampere. If suppose the MCB rating is 20 ampere or 25 ampere, then 3 is nothing but the 75 ampere. So it is a multiple of a current rating and time of operation. So this much is the inverse characteristic, and here it is the instantaneous operation. Similarly for the class C, so here the tripping time is 5 to 10 times. So here the tripping time is more. So this is can be understand for this one. Now this is for the MCB B, C, D. So we can understand this is the inverse characteristic. It will take less time for the operation, say 0.4, less than 0.4. But for the B, it will take more time. It will take more time. It's a 2 second is there. So this is the different operations, different characteristics are there for the MCBs. Now, application of this MCB for the different type, say B class, if in B class, it is used for this B curve, it is used for lighting, wiring protection, control circuit, and some general appliances. So B class generally we are using for the homes as a lighting systems are there. Whereas C curve is used for the low inrush current motor, appliances, general purpose electronic circuits are there. So when there is an inrush current is that as soon as you switch on the supply, some of the appliances take large current at the time of starting, and it is going to settle to its regular current. So this is the, say, normal current, and this is nothing but the inrush current. So this part is the inrush current. So if small motors is there which will carries inrush current, then we can use C class. Whereas a D is used for the transformer, power supply, heaters, high inrush current. So if there is a high inrush current like three-phase induction motor, which will takes larger current at the time of starting, it may be a inrush current of the transformer. The transformer is energized. So once it energizes, it may take a large current. It may be a symmetrical or it may be a non-symmetrical current. And therefore, D-type MCBs are used because it can carries the current from 10 to 20 times to its full load current or multiple current. Whereas B also used for the telecommunication, computer equipment, and power supply for the DC supply, DC applications in the communication system. So these are the application of MCB, and based on type of MCB, we are going to select the MCBs for the different application. This is the again some same way we can use B class MCBs for the lighting. Domestic loads are there. For C class, it is for small motor, air conditioner, commercial loads are there. Whereas D class is used typically application for the induction motor, heavy inrush current, transformer, X-ray machines, where high inrush currents are there, then we have to use the D type of MCB. Even though we are selecting 10 ampere C class and 10 ampere D class, if you are going to use, if you are going to say this is 10 ampere is same, and if you use C type MCB to the motor, definitely it does not give the same performance, means the life of the MCB is going to decrease. There is maybe a terminal burning of terminal, unwanted tripping of the motors. As soon as you switch on the motor, first it is going to trip out. This is the characteristic type and characteristic of this one. Z type applications are used for the electronic circuit like semiconductor instruments and so on. So these are the application of MCBs are there. Similarly, there is a two different circuit breakers are there. One is the ELCB, earth leakage fault circuit breaker, and residual current circuit breaker. So the difference is that in case of earth leakage circuit breaker, if there is a earth fault is there, say for example, this is the one appliances is there and somebody is going to touch over here. Therefore, the current is going to flow from metallic body to the earth. So the same current is not going to flow from the incoming and outgoing wire. So under such condition, the residual current circuit breaker is used, which is going to protect, not only protect the equipment, but also protect the human being from the electric shock. So it is available in different current rating, and 3 milliampere is the limit for the human being. So 3 milliampere is the sensitivity of the RCCB and ELCB. Whereas in case of ELCB, it also protects the short circuit current, whereas in the RCCB, the short circuit protection is not here. So this is the case. MCB, which is going to protect short circuit as well as overcurrent, but earth leakage or earth fault, it is not going to protect by the MCB. MCCB, molded case circuit breaker. Molded circuit breakers is similar to the MCB, only the molded case circuit breakers capacity is more than the MCB. Say it is a 63 ampere, it may be 100 ampere, 125 ampere, then it is called as a MCCB. So again, MCCB is used only for the short circuit and overcurrent protection, overload protection. Earth fault is not going to. Where RCD, residual current device, or RCCB, it is used for the short circuit protection, overload protection, as well as the earth fault. Where ELCB is used not for the short circuit, but it is going to protect from overcurrent and earth leakage fault. So this is the way. So here it is, we can say that the ELCB and RCCB is used for protecting the human being also. And this is the load circuit. First, it is connected to the our energy meter. Energy meter is connected to the two-pole MCB, and from the MCCB you can connect the RCCB or ELCB, and now power supply, power goes to the load condition. So this is the typical wiring for different type of applications or different type of appliances installed in our home, or this one. So this is the 3 phases are there. The MCB is connected for the 3-phase induction motor. Definitely it should be a D type, because higher capacity induction motor take larger current. Therefore, we have to use D type, D class in MCB. Whereas for this one, we can use which one? It is a B or C class, C type of MCB should be used, because it is a small motor. Again, it will take some higher inrush current. Here we can use C as well as B type of insulators, B type of MCBs we can use. So these are the different application, different type of load where we can use different class of MCBs as a standard wiring. Thank you very much.